Hello, everyone. Hi. I thought about like starting the video off just with some awkward little hi. I don't know what that is, but it's like hi, hey, like what's really going on here? Am I supposed? My birthday, anxiety's overwhelming. That's just how it is sometimes. Anyways, queens, peens, and everything in between. I am but an awkward comrade, and I welcome you all to subscribe. Now, I'm curious about a lot of things, and I know for a fact that the men's room has way too many damn rules. And I'm like, well, what do they think about this? Because for me, the public using a public restroom was once such a burden. Now it's like I look forward to it if I gotta go. I look forward, given my stomach issues and everything that's going on with how I can't enjoy food and everything. I'm like, if I gotta piss, I gotta piss. If I gotta take a dookie, if I gotta take a shit, I gotta go. And it is what it is. And I don't mind using it next to another guy. I don't mind standing leg to leg with another guy, elbow to elbow at the urinal, so that my feet don't get drenched in the puddles of piss. I don't mind. And hey, I'm gay. I'm openly gay, but it doesn't always mean that I'm flirting with you. I mean, if he's hot. I might, give that man a little, a double take and call it a day. But I'm not someone that's like, I don't mind physical touch. Okay, that is like unintentional, like accidentally brushing your shoulder up against someone. But apparently, a lot of guys and a lot of people with the men's room rules do. And I've noticed it when I go out and I get it. I have high anxiety. I'm sure other people do. But this is a thing where I'm able to sort of just tune out when it goes to the restroom and get what I need done. But hey, I'm going to get right into it. We're going to be talking about urinals, all that hella interesting stuff. Um, I personally am going to say this though. If you're worried about, oh, I don't want to use the restroom next to this guy, or however that person identifies, okay? 2021, keep that in mind. Then don't even use a urinal. Like, just hold it in and wait till you get home because you're using a public restroom. You need to be comfortable. Goes for everybody. Like when you're on public transport and you're like, oh my god, my leg is touching that man's leg. Do his balls really need all that space? Like, chillax. You're just on public transportation. Physical touch, you're gonna be up against someone. It happens. Just enjoy the fact that that's just public space and we have a lot of people. It happens. Hey, don't be so paranoid. Don't be such a ew, you have the cooties. Like, hey, if somebody's coughing, that's the only time you need to be like, okay, bitch, keep your distance. You might have the beep 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 because we don't want that little bing. According to the CDC, yada yada yada. Like, no, unless they got the beep, then I can get that. But someone like brushing their elbow against you, someone's like leg touching yours, thigh to thigh, whatever it is. Stop being so worried about that shit. That's just is what it is sometimes. Okay? Jeez. You're not in your bedroom, so you don't get the same freedom. Anywho, let's get right into it. This article is written by Craig Himbunch. Okay, sir. 7 rules of men's bathroom etiquette. Okay, let me get right into it. Skip the intro, whatever. Number 1, the buffer urinal. What's more uncomfortable than rubbing elbows with a stranger while standing legs akimbo to avoid the puddle at the urinal? This is a basic strategy here. Dave Barry covered this years ago. You never, I mean ever select a urinal directly next to the one already in use. If that's the only urinal in use, you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. I mean, if the person looks like they're ready to kill someone, probably not. I mean, you can like read certain situations, but if that's the only one available, you're in a public restroom, commit, okay? Get what you need done, tune it all out in that sense. Okay, let's get to it. I do, however, completely understand people that are piss shy. I am somebody with high anxiety. Sometimes your brain just kicks in and all else is just non-existent. Like you just can't focus. You just can't get what you need done. So I completely understand that, men. Just let you know. Um, Continue. Alrighty, where we picked off, you never ever select a urinal directly next to the one already in use. Not when there's a choice, anyway. If there are 3 urinals to choose from, pick one on the outside. Leave the center one for the guy who may actually die if he doesn't get to the bathroom. That's a that's a good point. I tend to use the one that's like the first one I see, which is probably like the one next to the sink or like the first one you see. That's always the one I tend to use because it's just like, well, I don't think about it in that sense. I'm usually the person that has to go or I'll die. So, there you go. Thank you to all the other men who've left that open for me. So, um, yeah. If the one on the outside is in use, choose the one opposite to the end of the bank. There's usually only like 2 to 3, unless you're at like a convention center. Um, if both outside ones are in use and the only center one is available, wait. One of the other guys will be done soon. Why? Why prolong the suffering? Let your junk out and release the pain. Just get it done, sir. Like, for however you identify. Like, no. I can't believe you just disrespected me like that. But let's continue. Rule number two. Rule number 2. I gotta talk like the person writing this article. Announce your presence. If you are using a stall and have the okay, but it reads more like if you are using the stall, because like we're in like lessons being taught here. If you are using the stall and have to place yourself, it's one thing, but as soon as you hear the door open, you need to make your presence known. Am I suggesting that you say hi and introduce yourself? Absolutely not, sir. No way. Instead, do a little cough. Someone's using this bathroom, except it's a public restroom. It's not the same. That's what you do when someone's like knocking on the stall door and you're like, it's taken. No, sir, I'm in here. No, you gotta wait. It's taken. It's occupied. There, like that's no. If why you going in a restroom? Why you gotta let your presence be known? I must let my presence be known. Why? Why? Okay, maybe let me just continue reading. Absolutely. Okay. Instead, do a little cough. A sniff can be mistaken for shuffling for a shopping bag or heavy winter parka. I must let this be known, though, when you're in these situations and you're so uncomfortable and you make more things to make it clear that you're uncomfortable, it usually just like enhances your anxiety. Just saying. Plus, you may not want to be inhaling through your nose. Why does it matter if you're inhaling through your nose? I'm just saying, a cough is more effective, distinct, and has the added bonus of being absolutely 100% impersonal. Let's remember, you're in there to get something down, not to make a friend. Then focus on what you're doing and get out. Men, please stop with these bathroom rules. Fucking, if you want to stand on your hands and fucking pee upside down, do it. Just go however you choose. Jeez. Rule number 3: ignore my kid. Um, what? What is? Okay, that's an odd name, but anyway, this should go without saying. I shouldn't even need to put it in here, but inevitably there is a guy every weekend at Costco, say, who breaks their cardinal rule and feels the need to comment about the fact that my kid really has to go. The second one is especially creepy. It implies the guy was monitoring my kid's transactions somehow and is especially creepy when it. What? I've never. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay? No. No. This is an adult channel, okay? This is for the adults, alright? No, not reading that. Anyway, rule number 4: no eye contact. Am I making you uncomfortable, sir? Good. I love eye contact. As somebody with, my autism, I just have grown to enjoy eye contact. I mean, that's just one of the things that I've been able to get over of the many difficult things there are, but what's wrong with eye contact? Oh, we're talking about going to the bathroom. Okay, makes sense. Anyways, okay. I have had exactly one interesting conversation with a stranger in a public restroom. It was at a grocery store. He was old, a World War veteran, who was waiting for his meds. He seemed a bit lost and confused and began talking to me as I was washing my hands. But that one incident does not make it okay to speak or look directly at another man in the room. It's never okay. Don't be the guy who walks into the bathroom and tries to strike up a conversation or something like, "Woo, it smells like Bigfoot's tomb in here." Even if it were funny, I haven't seen a log like that since I cut the tree out back. If there is, for some extreme reason, an occasion that necessitates interpersonal communication. Well-spoken writer, by the way. Just saying. Love your writing, boo. Just saying. Eye contact is strictly prohibited. There's nothing wrong using the urinal next to a man and you're having a conversation and you looking at him, okay? There's nothing wrong. If that man and you are having a conversation, what's wrong with looking at him? Now, if you are somebody that just needs to tune out and focus on just staring wherever straight ahead, I totally get that. But again, a lot of these rules, I will say, just seem like a thing of, oh, you don't want to look gay. And then that is kind of what triggers me about these little rules that they like to make up. So, continuing. Even if it were funny, the situation does not call for comedy. Why does going to the bathroom have to be so serious? It can be comical. I'm sitting next to another man taking a dump, or however they identify, in the men's room. We're standing shoulder to shoulder, we gotta pee. We're in public space and we're sharing it. Why not just, like, hey, it's just like that sometimes. You can't help the awkwardness. It's just there. Why even tiptoe around? You're not at your comfort of your home. Just saying. Stand. Stock still. Eyes forward like a Marine on inspection. Really? Really, sir? A Marine on inspection? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. When entering and exiting, keep your eyes down. Why must the process be so dreading? God damn! Imagine, like, rehearsing these steps when going to take a piss in the men's room. Why? Oh my god. When standing at the sink, it's okay to look at yourself in the mirror, but absolutely never should you be peeking at your neighbor. Clean up after yourself. I agree, okay? I agree with that. Just saying, sir. Let's continue. If you dribble on the seat, leave a mess of water and soap around the sink, or miss the wastebasket with an errant paper towel, pick it up. Sir, yes, sir, I agree with that. And by the way, mess accumulates. When you see the place is messy, you feel more open to not do what you're supposed to be doing. In terms of keeping it tidy or practicing, you know, just hey, you wouldn't do that at home. Why would you do it here? Or maybe some of you would, and that's why you do it. I'm just saying. We need to trust me, we need to make jobs easier on janitors. Please, sir, make jobs easier for them. Because I once did janitorial work. It is not fucking. It's so infuriating the messes that people make. And it can just lead people to fucking lose their shit, okay? It's like, why don't people, why do they do this, you know? Anyway, you may be in a huge hurry to get out of there. This might be the one that I agree with. And I understand that, but come on, you're an adult. Act like it. If you leave drops on the seat or the toilet is unflushed, agreed, sir, that automatically removes that particular facility from use for at least 10 hours. Yes, sir, I 100% agree. If you leave it clogged, go talk to someone. Don't just fucking make it that difficult for other people who need to fucking go, okay? No. And while you're at it, after you rip off some paper towel, wipe the push bar and start the roll out so the next man can rip a piece off directly. Yes, sir, I 100% agree. Next guy can rip. Okay, why should I have to suffer for your laziness? The next time I get to go get some paper towel, only to touch an oddly glacious coating. Okay, whatever. We get the point. Continuing. Number 6, the proper stance. Okay, let's check this out. Whether in a stall or at a urinal, keep your stance narrow and your positioning square against the target. Oh my god! What? I want to read that again, but what? Whether in a stall or at a urinal, keep your stance narrow and your positioning square against the target. Are we aiming a gun here? I mean, some of y'all are packing the pistol down there, I will say, but are we aiming a fucking shotgun here? Some men, or however you identify, would agree, but you're just taking a piss. You stand and you let it rip after you unzip or however you take it, your junk out of your trousers or skirt, whatever you're wearing. This guy is he's turned the urinal experience into a military training or something. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. God damn it. I need to meet this man. I just need to know how his thought process translates into other activities related to the male code. Just saying. It's important, okay? In the stall, a wide stance could lead to unexpected touching, or in worst case, of Senator Larry Craig, a political scandal. I don't know what that was all about. When I use the toilet, I take up as much space as I need to. Like I said, you're in a fucking public space. Yeah, get over the fucking fact that you're look, your leg might be touching against another man's leg. It is what it is. You're in a fucking public space. Let me just go on. I'm just gonna, for the rest of this, I'm just gonna read through and then give my thoughts. It is important that at the urinal too, no one wants to touch your boots while you're doing that. And if you stand at an angle, you're likely to incur civilian backsplash. Okay, this is how I know he developed an army mindset for everything. And if you stand at an angle, you are likely to incur civilian backsplash casualties. What? I shouldn't have to wear a disposable pouch into the men's room because you don't understand that the angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. In short, aim. Oh my god, this has to be comedy. This has to be comedy. Jeez. Don't linger. Rule number 7. I am as guilty as the next man of spending perhaps a bit too much time in the bathroom. A lot of times it's the only time I get to myself or to read or to get caught up on all the staring and doing nothing I have fallen so far behind on. In short, the men's room is not a place to stop and smell the roses. I mean, I agree. I've been in the men's room, and like when I'm taking a dump, I just noticed that like the person next to me is just blasting music the entire time, and I'm just like, okay, do what you need to do, sir. Like, yeah, make yourself at home, but hey, I mean, just let it all out. Sometimes it takes time to get it all out. So that was all. Okay, don't linger. I kind of agree. Don't just hang out in there. I mean, it is a dirty place after all, but next time we're absolutely going to check out another one of these because there was one that I came out across earlier, and the whole thing was a bunch of straight guys talking about, I don't check out other men at the urinal but I do check out their face and how good looking their arms are and how much women they must be bagging and that jawline. And I'm like, sir, Johnny, you're either gay or at most bi-curious or bi. Like, geez, super straight. Can we just can that word needs to die? Can we just not have that word? Can that word not exist anymore? Super straight. It's like, hey everyone, I have to let it be known that there's nothing about me that is, I swear to God, it's only women that I do. It's like, why are you shut? Like, why? You're the majority, and you know that your way is not a way that has to be ingrained. It's not like us gay, queer, the whole community where we have to where we feel like we need to be proud and open about who we are because our way has been despised for the longest. Your way, you don't like for straight people, your way is like you don't even have to say it. Like it's just accepted. So like don't especially in this day and age, I believe like when was this article written, by the way? It was written a couple of years ago. So times have changed. Oh, 2000 and when? When? 2000 and 2002. So time has changed. Time has progressed a little, but I might check out some more recent ones. But yeah, super interesting stuff, am I right? Anywho, oh fuck. These trousers have yet to fit me. I gotta lose a couple more pounds before I can get as comfortable as I want in these. But anywho, I am but an awkward comrade. I welcome you all to subscribe, and good night.